Hey everybody, my name is Kristian Niemi. I'm the chef owner of Bourbon and Black Rooster in Columbia, South Carolina. Prior to that, I had Mr. Friendly's, Gervais and Vine, Solstice, and Rosso. We've also had Honey River Catering and F2T Productions. I've been participating in Restaurant Week since way back, probably when it first started. This is one of those situations where I can say as a restaurateur that's been doing this independently since 1995, that this is an absolute no-brainer. Like, I don't see any impediments to or obstacles or any roadblocks or red signs that ever would say to me, yeah, maybe we aren't going to do it this time. So all I can say is that it's one of the things that I highly recommend. Bourbon is already an incredibly busy restaurant that's always on a wait. And, I could say something stupid like we don't need any more business, but we do. Everybody does, because, there's attrition. People move away, or people, move a little further out of town, or people have kids and then they end up they aren't coming to your restaurant any longer because of some things that they have going on in their lives. So you always need to be bringing new people into the restaurant on a regular basis. This is an absolutely spectacular 10-day opportunity to bring a lot of people in that might be their first time, or people who have been with you before, but you've kind of fallen off their radar, and it gives them an opportunity to come back in again and re-experience the restaurant. So because the places are different, we do it a little bit differently at each place. So at Bourbon, what we do is we like to give, usually there's a classic on the menu in both the appetizer and the entree categories, where we'll put in something that's on the menu at all times and is like a go-to for people. And that does two things. One, it introduces newcomers to something that they can always get there. And your other customers, your regulars that take advantage of Restaurant Week, they know there's something on there that they've always had before. But then the other items, what we'll usually do is it gives us an opportunity to try out a new item that we're looking at putting on the menu. And it's a great test market, because now you've got a lot of people ordering it, you get a lot of great feedback. So we run the Restaurant Week, but then it doesn't really stop us from running a couple specials also, like we normally would do, just usually fewer of them. And what that gives us is the flexibility to continue to play with food like we like to do and have specials, but also gives us an option to either streamline things or not streamline things. So say earlier in the week, the earlier days when we'll be busy but not slammed busy, we'll run specials. When it gets closer to the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll usually pull the specials and just do the restaurant menu plus regular menu, because that's more than enough for the kitchens to handle. I think there's a myth out there that doing a Restaurant Week menu, that you're discounting your food or you're doing anything like that. And if you're doing that, that's on you. If you're any good chef is going to sit down and do their menu costs on their menus and figure out what works best for them. So we always do our menus to where they still fall into the same parameters that any normal menu would. Sometimes maybe we'll go up a percentage or two on some of the dishes, maybe even a little bit higher, but we figure that it's all going to even out at the end of it. And usually when we do a post-mortem after the week, it usually turns out to be the case that we fall right into our normal percentages anyway. I swear to God, if anybody, whoever came up with that myth, if it was a chef or a restaurateur, it's because they either did it and I mean, maybe they went somewhere where they did a smaller portion, but no, I mean, that's, I don't feel that. I feel if you're a restaurant and you're doing a Restaurant Week and you're doing a smaller portion, you're doing yourself a disservice, because this is advertising. I think that's important. I think there was a myth out there that it costs like $1,200 to participate in it. This is part of being a member of the South Carolina Restaurant Lodging Association. Done properly, you know, doing a good menu that's going to entice people to come in, you know, having your staff ready to handle the influx of customers and, you know, provide them with an amazing experience. It pays dividends that I don't think I have yet to see anything that compares to it. If you're an independent restaurateur or a restaurateur of any sort that's on the fence about whether Restaurant Week is something you should do or not, yeah, get off the fence and get signed up as soon as you can.